Now, this may all be a bit sketchy, but I'll do my best to paint a picture of Feather. I believe Feather's grandfather was a white man, and her grandmother was blessed with a few drops of Mohawk blood. However, at that time, when a native woman married a white man, their Indian status was taken away from them. The family lived in a large house in Deseronto that continues to be the domicile of the grandmother and Feather's mum. Feather's mum never married. She had 2 children with 2 unknown white men, Feather and Kip. Kip is an extremely good-looking guy, a Hollywood casting agent's idea of how a Mohawk should look. He's got himself a good job with Native Affairs in Saskatchewan. Feather's maiden name is Barnhard. She looks more like her German ancestors and in fact has a very Teutonic demeanor. Her face is always on the ready to express disapproval. Feather married a white man and has 2 beautiful teenage Amazonian-type daughters. They're really hot. The marriage didn't last too long, and the husband has since moved away to North Bay. The girls stay in close touch with him. They visit him and his new family often. I'd like to say that after Feather's marriage breakup, she started acting like a wild Indian. But of course, she's hardly Indian at all, but we all give her the benefit of the doubt and say that because she became the happy Hiawatha of Tyendinaga. Many a brave had a notch on his loincloth, thanks to Feather spreading her favors far and wide. She was quite the drinker and a gal who liked to fight. Barroom patrons have witnessed her scratching and pulling hair out of some poor witch's head. These fights were usually to do with men. Feather's the jealous type, and so far as the man at the moment is concerned, every woman is the enemy. During these years of total abandon, Feather's digs were a room at Billy's place. Billy is a little gnome who doesn't bathe from one year to the next, who starts drinking as soon as he wakes up, along with his slatternly wife, live in a hovel. If any were squeamish about the debris and filth they had to pass to get to Feather, it didn't diminish the long list of ardent young bucks that climbed the stairs to what was known as Billy's room. This went on for a few years, and then she decided to clean up her act. She stopped drinking. She applied to be reinstated as a Mohawk. The law had changed again so that women who had lost status due to the old laws could claim their nativehood once more. A crazy aside of all these crazy laws, she got status and her daughters also got it, but only until they are 18, unless they marry natives, and that's hardly likely. Feather says that native guys are too promiscuous. She bought a house on the reserve. She hooked up with another white guy who moved in with her. He finished the construction on her house. Once that was done, she was done with him. He's one bitter hombre who lives in a few towns down the road. She also has upgraded her education. Well, if you can call getting a joke degree on the internet an upgrade. No matter, this entitled her to apply and get a job at the First Nations Technical Institute. She counsels young natives who want to go to college or university. That's one part of her job. The other is acting as a liaison with college personnel to discuss how the curriculum could be changed to rewrite history, show the natives in a better light. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in one of those meetings. This is a gal who never read a book, who thought the Americans were fighting the Israelis when they marched into Baghdad. Her ignorance is huge. Her reading the riot act to a bunch of professors must be hilarious. Or not. With this position, she gets a car, an expense account, a good salary, and about 12 weeks holidays. If she works more than 5 minutes past the workday, she is in overtime mode. This free lunch job, though, is slowly coming to an end. She's been cut to 4 days a week, and it's only a matter of time before someone at Indian Affairs realizes that the Institute is a total bust. A white man started the Institute, and when he ran it, it was a going concern with a little bit of business making money as an offshoot. of the training and know-how the organization provided. However, in his infinite wisdom, the chief fired him saying he was stealing money. After the white guy left and he got a huge settlement for defamation of character, he didn't steal a penny. All the business fell apart. Although Feather is very anti-drink these days, she met and was attracted to Pepper in a bar. Pepper too has done a lot of work in her home. New hardwood floors, new kitchen, etc. We're all afraid that Pep is going to go the way of the first white guy who helped her. He got a little money from the sale of property, and she promptly got him to buy her a new truck with all the trimmings. Feather's so dumb, someone suggested Pep get her an antique diamond ring. Feather said, "No, I've got a drawer full of old rings." That's kind of like Elizabeth Taylor turning down the Hope diamond that Richard Burton presented to her.